Alright, so Constantine Valdor dropped something in the request reaction channel and said, hey, old man, watch this. Bye. And this is done by Chris Glass. Now, I've seen a couple of things by Chris Glass. I am a fan of what he does. This is Mortarion and Guilliman's Confrontation from Dark Imperium, The Plague War. I have not read this book yet. I have not read... If you're wondering what I've read, I am waiting mainly for the end of the Siege of Terror before I start Dark Imperium. Right now, if you're wondering what I'm reading, is Brutal Cunning. And let me tell you something. Reading, listening to, I got the audiobook. Let me tell you something. Oh my god. I'm going to have to do a book review for Brutal Cunning because it is absolutely fantastic. It is a light read. It's rather funny. This is not going to be rather funny. This is Mortarion and Guilliman confronting each other for the first time in 10,000 years. And Mortarion is a piece of crap. And I don't like him. I never really have. The Horus Heresy did make me change my mind on a couple of Primarchs. Angron included. Angron was definitely a Primarch that the Heresy changed my view of. But Mortarion only got worse. So, here we go. Let's get into it.
I face you at last, my brother.
You make it sound as if you've brought me to heel and will beat me in combat. After 10,000 years, you remain pompous. Look about you. I have you. I have won.
You have not won yet.
If this is not a victory, then I should probably consult one of your tedious manuals to better acquaint myself with the meaning of the term. Vava gave you his blade, I see. Or did you take it from his dead knee? I suppose it matters not. You will not wield it against me.
Fight me, you coward!
Do you think I would stoop so low as to fight you, my brother? Look at me! You are so far beneath me. I am mightier than you could ever be. Why would I waste my strength on crushing an insect like you?
Instead, you save your wickedness for my people, who cannot fight back at all. How noble of you.
Yeah.
Wickedness? Is that what you see? I bring them salvation from the hell our father created. I bring them the joy of endless rebirth.
No.
I bring them life.
I already knew ahead of time, so this is no spoilers that Mortarion was, zombies.
You cast yourself as a warlord prophet, but you are a slave. I pity you, brother.
No, you don't.
You have deceived yourself.
It is you who is the slave. The slave of our uncaring father, who made us do his bidding. You who trod the path he laid out for you without question. Sure that the lies he told were the truth. Too stupid and trusting to question them for yourself.
Neither did you.
You never saw what he did to me.
What he did to you? What he did to you? Oh, God, stop it, Mortarion.
First time I met him, he stole from me my life's struggle.
No, he
It was
didn't.
nothing to him. A bump in his smooth road to godhood. He who took what I had worked and suffered for, and he did not care.
He stepped over your body and went to kill the guy that you couldn't kill. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. That's what happened with Mortarion. And I don't, it wasn't like Angron, where Angron's everyone he loved died. Mortarion, he just stepped over Mortarion and, yeah.
He called himself the Emperor. What kind of being has the presumption to claim such a title? Who takes and takes the affections of his son and gives so little in return? He would not even deign to tell us his name.
Neoth.
I tried his way.
No, you didn't.
I should never have compromised my own principles.
You don't have principles.
But I did. I was a
You never... Oh.
champion of common people. I abandoned them for a galactic despot. Now, I serve the people again.
If I am a puppet of an uncaring master, then what are you? A being who wallows in warp power while crying hatred for the witch. A plaything for corruption and disease. You blustered long and hard against psychic powers and claimed total fearlessness and indomitability none could match. And yet, when faced with death, the ultimate challenge, you failed.
You broke.
You do not know what you speak of.
Everyone knows what they speak of in relation to Mortarion.
You do not know what it was like. I was shown the depths of suffering of a kind you could never understand.
Which you volunteered for.
And as death beckoned, I was given the power to withstand it.
I gotta stop pausing
no
this.
Suffering.
I gotta stop pausing this.
I saw my brothers, many of whom I loved, all of whom I respected,
Bullshit.
turn their backs upon our creator and plunge the galaxy into war.
Bullshit. I gotta
saw
stop pausing.
humanity reach for one golden moment of peace, brush it with its fingers, and then I saw you and the others spit upon it and tear it away. I died at the hands of my kin. I awoke to a galaxy so far from the glorious enlightenment of the Emperor, it resembles the Catheric hell. You turned your back on all you claimed to stand for, cravenly, without a second thought. Where was my brother, who could weather any storm, whose body shrugged off poison, who would never, ever give in? What happened to him? The Mortarion of old would never have allowed this.
Yes, he would.
He would have died with honor. You must have seen as your warriors were transformed into these hulking monsters. What awaited you should you say yes to salvation? You who called yourself the strongest of us, the redoubtable, the master of any pain or sorrow. How hollow these words seem to me now. I at least know what I am.
You know what? I'm not a big fan of Guilliman. Anybody that's been on this channel for longer than 15 minutes knows this. But he is, like, legitimately hitting on all cylinders right now.
I look at myself, and though I perceive many failures, I know with unshakable certainty that I perform the duty I was created for.
Yes.
That I fight for the preservation of mankind.
And you do not fight for the Emperor?
I fight for what he believed in.
An advocate's quibbling. You fight for yourself.
I remain a champion of humanity, whereas you are the lackey of evil.
Am I? Then tell me, Rabute, if our father were so good, look me in the eye and tell me he loved us all, as any father should love his sons.
I'm not agreeing with him. I'm not agreeing with Mortarion on this. But seriously?
You know, don't you, Rabute? You've seen it. I knew something was different about you. You spoke of him on Dara. Tell me, what did he say? Did he plead to be released? Did he beg you to be set free from his golden throne? Oh, my brother, it cannot be. Did he say nothing? Is our father dead? Of course he isn't. Is he? Not in any real sense. Beings like him are beyond mortality. You are so misguided. He sought godhood, and, in a way, he has what he wanted. He is a corpse god, a lord of death, more terrible and vile than my adopted grandfather, who offers those who follow him the gift of endless renewal. You look at this land and see only ruination. It is a shame for you that Nurgle's potential is invisible. Where you see destruction, I see but one phase in a cycle of death, rebirth, fecundity, and decay. It is glorious, colorful, vital. So much more than our father's pale lies. All secrets might be known within the war. It is timeless and eternal. Everything that happens here is reflected there endlessly.
True.
Every moment can be accessed, every lie heard, every broken promise relived. I have been deep within, far from Nurgle's garden, into realms where secrets flock like corpse flies. I found many interesting things there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why he made us? Do you think it was for affection?
Nope.
I think once I've crippled you, and you lie blind and useless in an iron cage, begging to die, I might tell you. And then your fine words here will burn in your mouth. But that is yet to come. Legs first, I think. You will not be needing those at all. Do not worry, my brother. My scythe is sharp. It will only hurt a little.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not the biggest fan of Guilliman, and everybody knows that, but he was hitting on all cylinders. Of all the Primarchs that I've read about in the Heresy, that I've learned about my entire history in 40k, I've always had a problem with the Death Guard, in particular Mortarion, and the Horus Heresy books have done nothing to improve that sentiment with me. Mortarion was actually he was a terrible Primarch. He was an absolutely terrible Primarch. His legion was on the verge of falling apart without the Horus Heresy. And Typhon is actually the leader of the legion, whether Mortarion wants to admit it or not. And that got pretty much proven. Mortarion, he is on a completely different level when it comes to just pure arrogance. Undeserved arrogance. But Guilliman hit him on all cylinders. Mortarion always claimed to be anti-Psyker. He was one. Mortarion always claimed to be, the toughest, the bravest, all this other kind of stuff. He broke. Mortarion always said, "Oh, I endured this, I endured that. You don't know what I suffered." Well, you did it to yourself. Mortarion blamed the Emperor and said the Emperor did something horrible to him. The Emperor stepped over he didn't step over him. He went past him and killed the last despot on Barbaros when Mortarion couldn't go any further up the mountain. That's what the Emperor did to Mortarion. So basically, the entirety of Mortarion's reasons for hating the Emperor comes from a matter so ridiculously simple as a League of Legends kill steal. And that's it. And that's really it. And that's really annoying when he's sitting here talking to Guilliman and trying to garner some sort of image of respectability, which is ridiculous to me because I don't like Guilliman. I think he's a popinjay. I think, I don't like him. I never really have. But he was hitting on all cylinders in this. And Mortarion finally had to hit him with, Dad didn't love us, right? No. The Emperor had a different concept of what we would consider love. He didn't love in the traditional sense. It's because he was been alive for well over 1,200 generations of humanity. I mean, seriously, 1,200 generations of humanity by the 30th millennium. It's ridiculous. In any case, that was Chris Glass. I really enjoy seeing what he does. I'm actually going to check out how he edits the Mortarion voice because I'm always looking for new ways to do things. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. If you'd like to support the channel, I have a Patreon. That'll be in the description down below. And if you'd like to see something, jump into the Discord, put something in the request reaction channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.